Welcome, my dear friends, to our Sunday evening vigil for peace throughout the world. And it's good to have you here with us. This evening, I'm guided in my heart to dedicate this contribution from all our hearts in thanksgiving to Gaia and our Creator Father, Mother God for the animal kingdom. And as a Franciscan, animals play a big part in my own Celtic Franciscan spirituality, as they played a big part in the manger at Bethlehem. But first we light our candle, in thanksgiving to a loving Father, Mother God. And especially for our little friends, our animals, and for those who are out on the hills in this dreadful cold weather. So we light this light in thanksgiving to our Father, Mother God Supreme, who creates life, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ, who loves life, in the name of the Spirit, who is the fire of God, in the name of Gaia, our beloved Earth Mother, for she nurtures the divine in all life, in the name of all faith traditions, for they are the children of the same God, albeit known by a different name, and in the name of spiritual diversity, on behalf of all my brothers and sisters of the Teo community of Interfaith Franciscans, we welcome you to this table of love. So let us relax now and just allow our hearts become aware of the presence of love. For God is love. And where there is love, there is light. And where there is light, there is simplicity of heart. So let us be still and embrace the wonder of all that we are as a child of love. I'd like to begin with the beautiful Abrahamic prayer, the prayer for peace for Muslim, Christian and Jews at this time of festival. O God, you are the source of life and of peace. Praise be your name forever. We know it is you who turn our minds to thoughts for peace. Hear our prayer in this time of crisis. Your power changes hearts. Muslims, Christians, and Jews remember and profoundly affirm that they are followers of the one God, children of Abraham, brothers and sisters. Enemies begin to speak with one another. Those who are estranged join hands in friendship. Nations seek the way of peace together. Strengthen our resolve to give witness to these truths by the way we live. Give to us understanding that puts an end to strife, mercy that quenches hatred, and forgiveness that overcomes vengeance. Empower all people to live in your law of love. Amen. let us reflect on those words. For those words are powerful words. They're words of the Abrahamic community crying out for peace and reconciliation of hearts that have been torn apart by male ego. Let us embrace the feminine aspect of divine oneness as we prepare in this season of Advent to welcome the Christ star. Like the 3 wise men, they followed that star. So let us look for that star and let us follow it, wherever it may lead us. It may lead us down alleyways, highways and byways, but it will penultimately lead us to the Christ star. Let us relax. And as we sit quietly where we are, in our little monastery without walls, let us experience the peace and the love that flows from this star. Be at peace now. Be at peace and sense the rhythm of that peace, because you are peace.
You are Peace be with you, oh my dear one. Peace be with you, precious child. Peace be with you, oh my dear one. Peace be with you, precious child.
Praise you, God. We praise your name. We bless you, O God. I'd like to read to you, if I may, from the book of John O'Donoghue, the late John O'Donoghue, To Bless the Space Between Us. It is a beautiful book of blessings. And there's a section here that John has dedicated to the animals, to learn from the animal being. And I would like to read it with you, or to you. Nearer to the earth's heart, deeper within its silence, animals know this world in a way we never will. We who are ever distanced and distracted by the parade of bright windows thought opens, their seamless presence is not fractured thus. Stranded between time gone and time emerging, we manage seldom to be where we are, whereas they are always looking out from the here and now. May we learn to return and rest in the beauty of animal being. Learn to lean low, leave our locked minds, and with freed senses feel the earth breathing with us. May we enter into lightness of spirit and slip frequently into the feel of the wild. Let the clear silence of our animal being cleanse our hearts of corrosive words. May we learn to walk upon the earth with all their confidence and clear-eyed stillness, so that our minds might be baptized in the name of the wind and the light and the rain. What are those words saying to your heart? They are beautiful words. And why is it that the God who incarnated as man, as a helpless babe, in a stable or cave at Bethlehem 2,000 years ago, should choose to have an ox and an ass, some sheep, and maybe there were chickens there, and maybe a few little dogs and cats, maybe a reindeer. But one thing is for sure, the animal kingdom had as much a part to play in the incarnation of God as man on earth. And it is regrettable that mankind today has this attitude that he owns the earth, that he is solely responsible for the earth, and that the animal kingdom should be beholden to man and be treated most unfairly and cruelly as they are by mankind. It is my belief that the animal kingdom have a 50% share in their presence on earth. For we evolved from the animal kingdom, and yet when you see how they're treated most cruelly, it beggars belief. But interestingly, when the time came for Jesus, the Son of God, to be born of a woman, a young woman, barely out of her teens, was to be born in a stable, not in a rich palace with jewels and servants, but to be born in a stable where the animal kingdom had an important part to play. Their presence sheltered him. The warmth of their bodies provided the insulation in those cold nights in that stable. And their intuitiveness also welcomed the King of Kings, for they knew more about God's plans for man than man knew of God's plans, because they could see their God. They were privileged, as I am here, because by my feet one of our 3 dogs is here, Winston, the oldest of the 3. He comes in every night when I go live. And it's as if he wants to be in the presence of God. Because God is here. God is where you are. And it is my simple belief that as long as I live, for however long that may be, I would love animals to be around me, because they bring me such comfort. They bring to me an awareness, a rich awareness of the need for stillness and the beauty that our relationship brings to one another. One of our 3 dogs, Clemmy, I've had her now 6 years. She was rescued. And whenever I'm unwell, she immediately comes to my aid. If I disappear and go for a lie down, she knows, and she's there on the bed with her head resting against my shoulder. She knows. And when she's lying next to me, I sense a presence. And the animal kingdom, we must never forget this. The animal kingdom have also an amazing gift. They take our sufferings on board. If we're depressed, as I am most of the time, they take on board our depression, our pain, our internal suffering, and they shoulder that so that we can become well again. What a friend to have on the spiritual journey. And no wonder St. Francis had a great love for Gube the wolf. And no wonder the animal kingdom felt safe with Francis, because they knew they knew. In their own little way, they knew they felt safe, they felt loved, and that their presence around him mattered just as much as his brother monks did. So let us just for a moment come back to that beautiful scene, the stable at Bethlehem. It's empty at the moment, apart from the animals. Mary and Joseph haven't yet arrived, for they are traveling the great terrain across the desert plain. But in a matter of days they will be here in this cave or stable. But the animals have an important part to play as they come to the 25th of December. The animals are making sure that that stable is warm for Mary and Joseph, and that when the new babe comes into the world, that there is some warmth there, and their very presence will bring peace and safety and stability. So never let us underestimate the gift that the Creator gives to your heart and mine through the animal kingdom. We're very privileged at morning prayer on a Monday, Thursday and Friday when Sister Sue reads morning prayer, because in the background we can hear our brother Franciscan singing away to its heart's content, the divine praises to God. And it's the same when Sister Elizabeth does evening vespers with their new addition to the family with Brother Chewy, their 6-month-old little pup. He's there at their feet. You can hear him barking, playing with the cats. And Sister Miriam in New Zealand, when she leads morning prayer on a Tuesday morning, you can sometimes see Molly or hear Molly. So we're very privileged with our brothers and sisters who go live here on this channel, for we sing the praises of God with our pets beside us, as Winston is here snoring away because he's content, he's happy. I would like us now to just close our eyes, to be still, and just to imagine that we are with the animals in the stable. It's a cold, dark, damp place. And the arrival of Brother Ox and Sister Ass, they bring something. And of course, the 3 sheep, faith, hope and charity, they soon follow. And of course, there's Sister Sue's parrot there. There's Molly, Miriam's cat. And I'm sure Chewy is there all the way from the USA, as is Winston, Clemmy and Poppy, and Sister Jen's little cat. All our animals will be there to welcome the Christ child. And so they should, because God created them for a purpose, to be vehicles of love for the children of God when we hit rock bottom. For their very essence they sing to our soul. So we are in the stable and we can see what the animals are doing. They are busy preparing for the arrival of Joseph and Mary, his young wife, who's heavily pregnant with child and who is exhausted. The animals, I would imagine, are going through the straw or finding straw and bringing it to the stable. And then comes the shepherds. They too have seen the star. And out of curiosity, they're wondering why all this fuss. But then an angel speaks to them and tells them, so I want you to be in that stable with me over the next 3 nights. And there we shall welcome into our hearts the Christ child, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the Supreme, the Cosmic Christ, that at the stroke of midnight, when we hear the bells ring, we will open our hearts to receive the essence of divine love. And the angels will come upon us, and they will sing to the cosmic Christ who's been reborn in our hearts, the Gloria in excelsis Deo. But now we're busy preparing for the arrival of Joseph and Mary in a matter of a day or two. And we want to make sure that we can find something for the child to be placed in. So you and I are looking around for something to make a manger with, some twigs maybe, and tie the twigs with hessian, or get some straw and wet it, and then tie it, and then when it dries out, it's like rope. So we are busy preparing, and there's a sense of expectancy, and that expectancy is that we shall become the womb of God to give birth to the cosmic Christ, the Spirit of the cosmic Christ within our heart, the gateway to our soul, the gateway to God. Let us relax now. Let us be still. Let us listen to Mother Earth. Let us listen to the animal kingdom. And let us not go through our life totally oblivious to their cry, for they too have hearts. They too are sensitive, sentient beings. And in my opinion, they are beings of love, who know no evil and no harm. So let us welcome the animal kingdom into our lives. Let them become our prayer partners for peace. As you and I are here, let us be still now and embrace the oneness of a loving God, Goddess, who desires our happiness. Let us be still and embrace all that we are as a child of God, a child of the light, a child of love, a child of peace. Experience the gentle touch of the Christ star, guiding your heart, your soul, to silence, to stillness,